Baby. Hey. All right. Welcome, Scorpio. So it's pretty bright today, which is wonderful, of course. See if I can get this camera going. Good angle. All right. So there's so much light here. Let me just change pen here. So this is for my Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome all. Thank you for your patience. I have had quite a few viruses going on here at home with me and with my kids, and it's been a very interesting end of the winter. But, well, considering what you think is interesting, not really that interesting having diseases all the time, but it's at least, well, the thing is that it actually gives something too, right? Gives you perspective, and we like that. So, this is from March, for Pisces season. I am Cecilia.eyvaa for you guys that are new. Welcome to this planet. Welcome to this period, and welcome to this space. The way that I do my readings are highly intuitive, and I'm a psychic. I was born psychic, so this is not a gift that I have accumulated through a online course. Although I would say people are able to develop things of their own during online courses. I wouldn't take that away from anybody. However, that was not the case for me. And my gift has been accelerated dramatically during my Kundalini awakening, and I think that almost all of you guys watching are pretty woke, so you know exactly what I'm talking about and what it takes to refine the gifts we've been giving. I think I'm going to go into the back a little bit. Yeah, that's easier. Now I can actually breathe in the cold. So I almost feel like a Scorpio, like I'm like, ooh, it's too bright. I'm going to go back into my cave again. It's like, oh, ooh, it's too hot. I'm going to descend back again, you know? That's kind of how I feel, my loves. So we're going to look at your descendant too. Maybe this is for Scorpio descendants, but if you are Scorpio or however you are in the Scorpio placement, let's talk about the descendant of Scorpio. So if Scorpio is the first house, then we have Taurus, right, as the descendant. And Taurus is a lot about springtime. Like, it's almost time for Taurus now, right? We have Aries and then we have Taurus, apart from Pisces, of course. And so the sun is coming, and the sun brings in fertility and growth. And when that truly blossoms, that's when Taurus comes out and plays. And Taurus is all about possession, just like you are, my loves. But the way that you possess is that you transform. You do not really possess. It feels possessive because you ingest. You ingest someone so once you take them in, or once you take something in, you fully take it in to like up until your death, basically, and then you transform and you morph. Well, if we think about Taurus, they also take in, right? They also ingest through food, through smell, through sight and hearing. They consume as well, but they consume through having. They want to have, and they want to keep it, and they want more, and they want more, and they want more. And the dark side of that is that they want more all the time, and they also want to be possessed. They want to be had. They want to be this shiny thing that you know, you can have on your finger, you can have on your arm. The bright side of your descendant, my loves, is that there is an allowance. There is the Venusian energy is like very, very much about fertility and growth. And to allow fertility and growth, we have to be open, and we have to let go, and we have to let be, and we have to nourish in a very soft and caring way. So we can't really hold on too tight, because then we know that nothing will grow and we won't get anything. So it's an understanding about giving and taking. And I feel like you might want to watch Capricorn's reading, because Capricorn's reading was about giving and taking and reciprocity. But for you, sweethearts, for you, Scorpio, for March, I feel like there's something in there for you in the Descendant you might want to see. Also, the Descendant is the arrival of others. So it's kind of where you greet others. Where is your doorway? Hypothetically, right? Not physically. Where's your doorway, and how do you greet others? How do you welcome people into your life? How do you welcome people into you, basically? And what parts of you do you allow them to see? Huh? All right, that's an old story, right? I feel like that's an old story. It's an old question, and you've been asked that several times. So usually I read. I have a plan. Usually I have a plan because I'm a Capricorn. I like plans, and I'm a Gemini moon, so I like systems too. Uh, but because it's Pisces season, we want to keep it very fluid, and we want to keep it very, very watery. We want to keep it very intuitive. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to have any plan. We're going to let the cards roll out and see what they want to say. So there's something too about online courses, right? I told you about online courses. Maybe you've been feeling hesitant towards, learning something new or refining your projects or your ideas. Maybe now you see that you have to be a little bit more open to where you've been. I'm hearing criticized, but maybe you're the one criticizing, but maybe you've been criticized before. Maybe those parts where you've been criticized before is actually those parts where you allow people to enter into your space and try to control you and possess you, because all earth signs too, we talk about Taurus, right? But then we also talked about Capricorn, and I can mention Virgo, for example. All earth signs to some degree talks about having, because it is material energy, right? It's the earth energy. So they want to have, they want to hold, and they want to build. They want to have something really, stable foundation. Trying to not manipulate, but I would say control, right? Or have some kind of control. So if people want to control you, I mean, that would be the ultimate price, right? Controlling a Scorpio. Damn. I would not try to do that though. But I've learned I've learned through various Scorpios. Yeah. I love you guys. But I've learned my lesson. One cannot control the Scorpio. And the only one that would be foolish enough to do so would be a Cancer, right? The illusion of having it all. But it's not about that. It's about like people wanting to get under your skin and to some degree, just indulge in you. But the indulging of you really doesn't make you feel comfortable unless you allow them to. And of course, you wouldn't allow them to unless you want them to. And then it's you having the control, right? But if you do, like, let's say you do an online course and you, like, broaden your horizons and you educate yourself on the places where people have critiqued you or criticized you, no matter what it is, it can be anything, it can be in your resume, it can be the way that you are as a family member, it can be the way that you've been criticized as a partner, as a sibling, as a friend, as, whatever it is. It's still, I'm hearing waterproof. So it's like, don't let the leakage in. And the only way you cannot let the leakage in is through educating yourself on the soft spots that you've been called out on, So yeah. All right, sweethearts. I'm hearing Waterfront too with Jamie Woon. I love that song. Jamie Woon, Waterfront. Okay, so let's go ahead and see, my lovely Scorpios, what's happening for you, Scorpios, during, see. It's very bright, and then, you know, the brightness gets very dark. It's such a weird light today. I hope that you can see me. I can barely see myself. Anyway, for my Scorpios, for March Pisces season, please, my lovely Scorpios, what do you want to know? What do you need to know? What is there in store for you, my loves? Two of Cups. So yeah, we're talking about relationships, my loves. Listen, it doesn't have to do with love relationships, but it is talking about matters of the heart. Interesting. And it's like almost like it's like you, like the spotlight is on you, but like, do you want to be seen, or do you want to be seen like mysteriously? You know, like the noir kind of energy. Like you want to be like sleek and smooth and a little bit hidden. But is this truly you? Is it truly you? Is this how you want to be seen? Because remember, the more that you show yourself, the more you will be seen. And the more you will be seen, the more you will see of others. And we're not talking about seeing something for what it is, because I know that you'll always be able to do that. You're very sharp, my loves. You're very sharp. We're going to talk about that in a second. But it's a matter of you. It's a matter of you also, you know, being allowed to see that person that you want to be with. And you can't, you know, you can't manipulate. Well, of course you can manipulate something and someone to open, but it's not really up to you. It's up to them. Well, the only way that it's up to you is it's a matter of how much you want to expose yourself. And we're talking about big time exposure here. My loves, look at this. You got Two of Cups, you got the Devil, you got the Fool, you got the World, and you got the Sun. This is insane. Insane. Plus, I'm also being drawn to these two cards that it's part of my own deck. It says Mirror and Listen to the Language of Your Longing. So you're longing for something. And whatever it is, it's going to show up in the shape of you. Like you're going to be able to, you're not going to be able to receive what it is that you want from the other until you give that to yourself, which of course is like the oldest equation on earth, right? Not only on earth, I'm hearing. But we could be dealing with a Capricorn, we could be dealing with Leo, we could be dealing with an Aries. We don't have to, though. I feel like this is all about the actual happening of things. So you're going from emotion of needing to control again, or possessed, or being possessed, being controlled. I think the latter is really like a far-fetched story, though. Like if a Scorpio ever is being controlled or manipulated, my dear Scorpios, I'm not going to take that away from you. You might have been experiencing that, but then you might not have that heavy placement as a Scorpio, because I don't know any Scorpio that would ever allow themselves to be manipulated or fooled, except for when they're actually fooling themselves, which they are at times. So I know you don't want to hear this. You might sting me for it. But you know it is truth. Same goes with Capricorn. Capricorns have the same kind of self-poisonous behavior at times as you do. And to some degree, Aries too. And listen, I told you I'm a Capricorn, so I can take it on myself too, yeah? In order for you to have this, whatever it is, a new beginning, because you're really starting something new here in March, is a really huge leap. And I'm also hearing this, a huge leap for mankind. It's like you're raising the bar. You're taking a oh gosh, I just almost couldn't speak. Something with the throat. Yeah, so you're taking an unspeakable truth out there in the world, embodying it, making it become real. And this the exposure is an enormous, is huge. But in order for you to be this comfortable in the exposure, you guys, you have to liberate yourself. And the devil talks all about ego. They all kind of do in their own sense, in their own way. But the devil is the ultimate ego card. Because it's not only toxicity. It doesn't mean negative ego always per se. It can mean positive ego. It can mean ego in the sense of having control when other people feel like they don't. It's like being on top of things, taking matters in your own hand. And I feel like it might be what you're doing. And what has inspired this, my loves, is this beautiful relationship that you're having, or love matter, a matter of the heart. Funny, you had the Four of Cups. This goes for Capricorn too. You might want to watch Capricorn, like I said. And the Four of Pentacles. So you've been fearing to lose. Fearing to lose. Whoa. So you've been waiting on this new beginning for a while. You've been fearing to lose. How can you fear to lose something you don't have? You've been fighting for this new beginning. You've been fighting for this new narrative. You've been fighting for this, to be in control. You've been fearing rejection. It's like you're doing it the second time around. And the deeper layer of it is the fact that you didn't see this coming. You didn't know that this was going to happen the way that it turned out to be. And in a sense, releasing control is also claiming control. But for you, I feel like it's about possession. It's about material wealth. It's about having. And I also hear it's about time that you have a new start. In the Five of Wands with the Fool, it's again, you've been fighting to make this new beginning, but there's been a resistance. There's been a struggle, and I feel like the only struggle, my loves, is for you to expose yourself. Into the sunlight you go. Into the sunlight. Into the sunlight you go. I don't know why I talk like this. But I gotta write it down. Oh my dear. Here we go. Into the... maybe the daylight. Ooh, very vampiric. And contrary to what Capricorn is going through, Capricorn is actually going to go through a death, going into their light, embodying their light and going through a death. You, on the other hand, you're not going through a death. Because you are death. You are death. You are that transformation. You always transform. What? You are eternal and you know it. I'm eternal and I know it. That's a remake. I just patented it. I know I'm silly. Let's chew. Whoa. That's too many. Okay, let's check out the deeper layer. I have this podcast called The Deeper Layers of You. You might want to listen to that. I have it. Where do I have it? On my website. I don't have my website up. It's gonna be difficult. Oh, I have it on Spotify. There you go. I'm gonna link it. Eight of Cups, King of Wands. You're definitely dealing with some kind of boss behavior. Ace of Swords came up reversed. Two of Swords are reversed. And the Page of Cups. Well, that little fella is somebody that we want to say hello, yeah, to. So, okay. You have Two of Cups. This relationship that I'm talking about, it has reached a point where it's an equal give and take, and you understand that the mirror effect of everything that you do, you will be given back. Everything that you expose, you will be given back. So the more that you expose yourself, the more that you're honest and true and raw about yourself and authentic about yourself, and you show yourself, and the more that you expose yourself in the sunlight, in the beautiful daylight, and don't not hide in the shadows or the caskets of your death, the more you will be receiving of them too. That's the give and take game, you understand now. That's the give and take energy that you are entering into now in March. What has been, on the other hand, though, has been this fear of rejection, or apparently not being able to see things for what it is, not being able to, feeling like things were lost when they weren't. And the reason why you felt like things were lost was because you went on this journey that you truly had to emotionally detach. And to emotionally detach for a Scorpio, it's literally almost impossible. You can't, you are the emotions. You can't emotionally detach from something that you are. So how did you do that? How did you do that? I'm really hot. I'm hot and bothered. Sorry. I don't know if you did. I think you just forced yourself to do it, because now you have the devil coming in. So either there's a Capricorn in your life, or this Capricornian energy where you're taking matters in your own hand. And it has to do with money. It has to do with willpower. And it could be in Aries too. You've been taking things into your own hands. It has to do with Mars energy too, I feel. Where you're like, okay, I'm gonna transform this, because it used to be something that you were forceful about, and whatever you've been forceful about before has grown potentially toxic now. And if you are smart, you will see that the only way for you to be in line again, be in alignment again, is to let go of those shackles, right? And walk the path of the fool, like embracing the unknown, which is not that hard for you to do because you are a Scorpio, right? However, the unknown has been unknown for quite a while, and it's been irritating you, and you've been fighting it, and you've been trying to find out what the unknown is, because you don't like things to be hidden. You're the expert at finding out what is hidden, but you cannot reveal what is hidden, because really there's been nothing hidden. The only thing that has been hidden from you, my love, is your potential, is you. And the only way that you can realize it fully is that you have to step out into the sunlight, step out into the daylight, embrace what you feel is dangerous, because it isn't dangerous for you. To be seen, to be exposed as a Scorpio might seem as the most dangerous thing you can do. But to me, it looks like the only way forth. And I'm sorry to seem dramatic, but this is like the way the cards come out, and I quite like it. We have the World, which means that something is ending, and what has been ending is this new beginning. And the new beginning was like an either or thing. You get the Two of Swords in reverse. You were like wobbling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But you've already entered, or you will enter through that portal. through that gateway, where once you take that step into the new world, embrace your new self, embrace your, it doesn't have to even be new you, it could just be the eternal you, but forever again, right? It's like, hey, I'm here again forever. I'm still here forever. But you're really coming out as you are, you know? Although you don't have your card here, I feel like you are, definitely. Plus, you could also be dealing with a lot of people, and I feel I'm hearing you saying it's a crowd. It's a crowd. I'm leaving, but you don't want to leave. Like I'm saying, you shouldn't leave. You should stay. You should stay and celebrate. Stay and embrace the new beginning that you've been waiting on, because the true beginning of it is coming in now. It's like you're giving a second chance, and it's because you've been more humbled. Well, you've been humbled. You've been humbled, or somebody is being humbled. Somebody is coming in and they're apologizing, or they're coming in with an offering that is true and that is lovely and that is unique, and I would say very, very pure. It's a pure-hearted offering. Okay, my lovely Scorpios, let's go and transcend this a little bit, and then we're gonna go actually end it all because I'm getting so really hot here. All right, let's see. What is the Two of Cups then? What is the Two of Cups about, please? We got the Lovers and we got the Two of Swords. So, we had the Two of Swords already. I told you this once, I told you this twice, I told you this 3 times. I told you, eh? No, but listen, you could be dealing with a Gemini too, of course. However, I do feel like it's a love relationship for sure. And it is a choice that you've made. It is a choice that you made that you felt like you had no choice in. But you remember now you did have a choice. And you made that choice a long time ago. When you chose to detach from what was most painful, what was dragging you down, and you went on that journey that you didn't see coming. And again, I feel like you were ready to defend yourself. You were ready to like fend off whatever came at you. But you just didn't see this love coming back around or coming as it is, as it was, as it will be. And you will choose the wiser choice, I'm hearing. So what is the Devil about then? The Devil is about, let's see, we get the Knight of Wands. Is it about sex? You guys, is it about sex? Could it be? Sex and money? No. Listen, the Eight of Wands in reverse is not about sex. No, it's something coming in quickly and then withdrawing again. So it's kind of like this toxic behavior where you want to be exposed, but then you pull back in again. And the only reason why you do it or somebody else does it is because they're not really sure if they can trust the unknown of the process. Who is this? Who or what is this? Who or what is this? I am interested. Who or what? Who or what is this? They don't want to show up, the cards. Who or what is this? Here we go. We got the World. No, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit card. Ooh. So this could be a Virgo you're dealing with. Could be Sagittarius because we got the Jupiter energy. Could be a very lucky person that you're dealing with. Somebody also that is quite introvert, or they're as introvert as you. They see things for what it is in a different kind of way than you do, but they also like to withdraw. Or there has been a lot of change in their life recently, or it has been a lot of change in your life recently, and it has led you to withdraw and go inwards. But listen, you have this little dude, and then you have that little dude. So it's like they're quite the opposite from one another. And I'm being drawn to the Gemini card too, because they're also the opposites of one another. And then we have the Sun here with the two little twins here, which is also two opposites, together with the Devil card, which also talks about the opposite of the polarity of the Lovers card, which we got here, right? So it's a lot of duality here, and this duality is present as well in the Capricorn reading. So please watch the Capricorn reading. I'm going to put it up now, just in a few hours. But that's also why it could be so hurtful to expose yourself, because you're just not used to it, or this person is just not used to it. So be patient with yourself or with this person, please. What is the Five of Wands and the Fool together, please? I feel like my fingers are slippery. That's so weird. Nine of Cups. Whoa. Whoa. A lot of cards came out. All right, so we have, geez Louise, Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, King of Cups. I feel like this is you. You've dealt with a lot of issues in the past. This person, on the other hand, must be an earth sign or Sagittarius. Also has dealt with a lot, but mainly in the present moment. They're dealing with a lot now. And this is why you have to be a little bit patient, my loves. You can support them, but don't try to delude them. That's what I'm hearing. See them for what they are. Okay, what is the World card? Whoops. The Star card in reverse could be dealing with an Aquarius. Well, you are ending things with yourself, or with some kind of dream or hope that you had built for a long time now. Please clarify one more card, please. Yeah. It's been keeping you up at night. It's been a dream of your, maybe even a nightmare, I'm hearing. Yeah, you've been fighting for it. You've been really, really wanting it to begin, but it just didn't happen. And I don't feel like it has to do with this relationship. I feel like it has to do with some kind of hidden dream you've had. What is this dream? It's about money. It's about money. We got the Capricorn card twice, you guys. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn or just some kind of mastery too, you know? You wanting to master something. You wanting to control something. You're realizing that you cannot control it. You just have to walk through the passage and see where it takes you. And it looks like it's leading you in the right direction, however. What is the Sun then, please? Gosh, I'm so hot. The Sun is ending some kind of conflict. I would say the same kind of conflict that's been keeping you up at night. This kind of dream about... you know what it could be? It could be you just like dreaming that you will be super rich, like filthy rich. And, you know, having it all, you know? And maybe you're realizing now, you're like, maybe this is just quite a silly dream. I mean, no dreams are silly, my love. No dreams are silly. But maybe this is like a dream that isn't the right approach. What is the right approach then, please? What is the right approach in March for my Scorpios? We got the High Priestess. So the right approach is to continue to dream, but on a higher perspective. All right? And don't tell anyone. Shh. Also, you need a rest. This will give you energy to really, you know, really take it to a new level. What is the dream? More, please. What is the dream? Higher power, something about Egypt too, I feel. Yeah. You want to be able to share this dream. You want to be able to share joy. Yeah. You want to be able to share the fruits of your labor. And you want to be able to make it a little bit more easy on yourself. So this is the real reason for why you've been waiting for so long for a new beginning. So I feel like it's kind of catch-22 here, as well as you did have that in the Capricorn reading. But the only way forward is to expose yourself. The only way forth in March is to expose yourself. Step into the limelight. Expose all of you. If it is your ego, if it is somebody else, like, you know, if it's somebody else that you're dealing with, they will be exposed. Don't you worry. It's very mysterious, but they will be exposed. Trust me. All right? And while you are exposing yourself or the other person is being exposed, it's a give and take. And this dream will morph from something that you want to control and possess to something that is always obtainable, because you are that thing. You are that thing. You are that eternal. Once you step into the light, you will understand the night too, the darkness too, even more. Noir, hence noir. Okay, my loves, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. I have to go and get my kiddos. I apologize for the lateness of things. I hope this really helped. If this really resonated, please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading with me, you can find the email address below. Just email me and I will go through the details with you. If you want to support me through my PayPal, you can also do that with the link below. And once again, yes, there was a Deeper Layers of You podcast. Let me see if I can remember that. Gosh. Never mind. All right. I love you so much. Take care. Bye.